hands. Focus on our breath. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, let out a sigh. Inhale again. And exhale. One more time. And exhale. Then start to slow your breath down. Inhaling through the nose, pull the breath into the back of the throat, into the chest. And then exhale, pull the belly to the spine and empty the lungs. Start to relax your facial muscles. Relax the jaw. Relax your shoulders, back and down. Start to let go of thoughts of the past. Let go of thoughts of the future. And allow yourself to be fully present. Align your back against that imaginary wall behind you. Focus on your breath. As you inhale, expand through the vertebra. Feel as if you're creating space with each inhale. Go ahead and gently sway the body from side to side. Getting some gentle movement. Go ahead and dip your chin and make a smiley face with your chin. And then if you want to circle around the upper body, circle it around. And if you want to open your eyes, you can open your eyes. And then reverse your circles, going the opposite direction. Go ahead and sit nice and tall. Reach the arms up. Lengthen through the torso. As your fingertips reach up, your shoulders are relaxed, back and down. Take a deep breath here. And exhale, go ahead and let your arms come down at your side. And then inhale as you reach up. Exhale as you press the arms back down. Inhaling up. And exhale, pressing down. One more time. And then go ahead and bring your palms facing outwards. The hands align right in front of your shoulder or the heads of your arms. And we're gonna push away up towards the sky. So the biceps are next to the ears. And then bring the hands back down in front of the body and bring your hands close to the front of the shoulders and push away up towards the sky. As you come in, bring your elbows into the rib cage and then push away. Let's do that one more time. Push away and up. Come back down and bring your hands in. Go ahead and relax your hands down. Shrug the shoulders and then really feel your shoulder blades sliding in and out of their pockets. You can alternate arms, drawing circles with your elbows. And then go ahead and sit nice and tall, and we're going to twist to our right side. So you're going to take your right hand behind you, left hand on the outside of that knee. Take 3 deep breaths here. And then release and switch sides. Come back to the center. If your legs are crossed, cross them on the other side. And then we'll twist to our left side. Breathing here, 2 more deep breaths. Switch sides to the right side. Deep breathing here. And then release back to the center. Walk your hands away from the body so that they're towards the edge of your mat. Allow the ears to come next to the biceps. Feel that stretch through the low back, maybe into the sacrum. And go ahead and walk your hands in towards the shins. And then let's stretch our right leg long. Fold your left leg in. If you want to use your strap, you can use your strap. We're going to harness that right leg. Sit nice and tall, square the shoulders, fold down in towards that leg. Relax the head and the neck down. Take some deep breaths here. And then bring the torso up, and you're going to grab the strap with your left hand, and your right hand's going to open up out to the side. Take some deep breaths, twisting to the right side. And then come back to center and fold down. Fold in towards the leg, relax the head and the neck down. Come back up, grab the strap with your left hand again, open to the right side. Take 3 deep breaths. And go ahead and release, and let's switch legs. Stretch the left leg long, fold the right leg in. Fold down, let the head and neck relax. Breathe into the stretch, feel the stretch of the hamstring. 2 more deep breaths. Bring the torso up, grab the strap with your right hand, open up to the left side. Breathing, twisting. One more breath. And then come back to center, fold down again, squaring the shoulders down towards that left leg. 3 deep breaths. Breathing into the hamstring. And come on up and grab the strap, open up to your left side again. 3 deep breaths. And then go ahead and release. And then let's bring both legs straight in front of your body, forward bend here. Sit nice and tall. Fold down. Close your eyes, go inwards with the breath. And then go ahead and slowly come on up and then just let the strap come down and let's come into boat pose. Core is engaged. Hands can come underneath the thighs for support. You can keep your feet down if you need to. Try to keep your heart open. Fingertips if you want to reach towards the front edge of your yoga mat. Stay here for 3 breaths. And then come down, come into a bound angle pose, bringing the soles of the feet together. Work on pulling your torso down towards your feet. 3 breaths here. Extend long through the legs. Use your strap if you want. Seated forward bend. Elbows are wide if you're using the strap. Fold down. Close your eyes. Take some deep breaths here. And then bring the torso up, let the strap go. Come into your boat pose here. 3 breaths in your boat pose. And then bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the torso forward. Okay, and then we're gonna come up and let's take our left leg and you're just gonna turn it inwards. You're gonna be in the left foot to the outside of that left hip. And then this right leg is gonna come in. So take a moment here and just sit nice and tall. If you have a strap, you can use a strap. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the hands up and we're gonna side bend to our left side. And you're leaning back like you're against a wall. Okay, so we're leaning over to the left side. Breathing in, feeling that nice side bend through the body. And then come back to the center. Go ahead and release. Switch sides. Bringing the legs over. So your right foot is on the outside of your right hip. The left leg folds in. Try to keep both sit bones. Sitting down, sit tall. And then we're gonna do a side bend. So you can use the strap if you want. If you don't have a strap, you're just going to reach over with your left hand. Okay. So strap is just a little variation, gets you to open up a little deeper. And then go ahead and release and then set your strap aside and let's come into all fours pose. Wiggling from side to side. And then flowing cat-cow. So we'll open through the chest, arch the back, and then exhale round, bring the forehead or the chin to the chest, belly pulls into the spine, and then release, open up, take your gaze to the sky, and then exhale round and bring the chin to the chest. Let's do 2 more. And then push back into extended child's pose, bringing forehead down to the mat, extending the arms out long. Take some deep breaths here. Come back up to all fours pose. Wiggle your hips out, and then we're going to do sunbird flow, which is basically a 3-legged cat-cow. So we'll start with our right leg lifting up behind us. Open your chest and your gaze forward. And then as you round, you want to bring the forehead to the knee to the forehead. Good. And then release, flowing back up, lifting the leg up, and then exhale, round, bring the forehead to the knee. Good. Let's do that 3 more times. And then we'll release and then switch legs. So left leg up, open through the chest, exhale, round. Let's do 2 more. And then open your legs wide and push back into a wide-legged child's pose. Extending the arms away from the body. Breathing. And then let's come forward. And let's bring our right leg forward into a low lunge. The hands come to the thighs, or you could reach them up to the sky. Take 3 breaths here. And then we're going to bring our right arm forward, left arm back. So we've got warrior 2 arms here, reaching away from the body, opening up towards that left side of your mat. And then release, bring your hands down and switch legs. Left leg forward for a low lunge. Round in here, bring the arms up, warrior 1 arms here, reaching towards the sky. Feeling that stretch through the front of that right hip. And then warrior 2 arms, bringing the left arm forward, right arm back. So you're opening up to the right side of your mat. And then go ahead and release the arms and switch legs. So this time, the right leg is going to step off of the mat to the right side, and you're opening up through the inside of this right leg, and you're kind of leaning here into it, pulsing warrior two arms out to the side, and you're just lunging into this right foot. Good. And then we're going to straighten the right leg, and the right hand comes down, and then we do gate pose. The left arm's going to come up and over. We're doing a side bend in this gate pose. And then come back to the center, release the leg, and we'll switch legs. The left leg comes out to the side off of the mat, and you're leaning into it, pulsing, feeling that stretch through the groin. Arms out to the side, warrior two arms here. Relaxing the shoulders, pulsing into this pose. And then we'll straighten that left leg, and then the left hand comes down to the thigh or the shin. Right hand comes over for gate pose, side bend. 3 breaths here. And then come back to the center, and then release, and let's step forward. We're going to meet at the top edge of our yoga mat, relaxing the head and the neck down into a forward bend. Deep breaths here. And then slowly come on up, 1 vertebra at a time. Meeting into mountain pose. So take a few moments here in your mountain pose to feel grounded, connected, and rooted. If you want to close your eyes just for a few moments here, you can. And then go ahead, and if you want to open your eyes now, you can. And we're going to shift our weight forward. Feel your feet, your toes pressing in, and then shift your weight back, and maybe your toes pull away so your weight is into your heels. Shift forward again, and then back. And then take a moment to just look down at your feet and notice. Try to get your feet to square a little bit more. Your toes are pointed straight ahead. And then find that midline of the body where everything just feels effortless, where you're feeling as if you're leaning against a wall behind you. So your ears align over the shoulders, shoulders over the ribs, ribs over hips, hips over the knees. And then we're going to reach up nice and tall. See if you can come to the balls of the feet. Put on those high heels. And then lower down. Bring your arms down at your side. Okay. Let's do that again. Reach up, put on your high heels. You remember what high heels are? And then lower down, bring the arms down at your side. Do that one more time. High heels and pantyhose. And then lower down. Good. Let's forward bend. Relaxing the whole upper body. Taking some deep breaths here on your forward bend. Half lift extending through the spine. And then reverse swan dive up to a tall mountain pose and bring your hands to the heart center. All right, let's step our left foot back, and we're coming into a high lunge. So you're on the ball of the left foot. The right foot is grounded forward, right knee is bent. So we're in a high lunge and we're pulsing here, grounding in, feeling that stretch through the back of the calf muscle, through the ankle, feel the front of the hip stretching, arms up. And then we're going to bring our hands back to the heart center, and we're going to take this front leg and bring the heel off the mat. And then release, step forward, and then march through the feet. And then we're going to switch sides. Step the right foot back into a high lunge. Find your center, stay grounded, come to the ball of that right foot. Feel the front of the right hip stretching. Breathe here, arms up if you want. Pulsing here and grounding in, legs are strong. Might even be sweating a little bit. Getting the body warm. Okay, and then bring your hands to your heart center, and we're going to take this front leg and come to the ball of the foot. Bring the heel off of the mat. Smile when you do this. And then we'll release, step forward, come into mountain pose, march through the feet. Okay, so let's come into chair pose. Make sure your feet again are hip width, toes are pointed straight ahead. The arms can start out shoulder height. Bend the knees, sink the hips back. Look down in front of your kneecaps and see your toes pointing out in front of your kneecaps. So if you can get the heels to stay down, we're grounding in through chair pose. Circle sweep the arms and then sit back into your chair pose. Let's do that 3 more times. Circle sweep and then sit back. Good, ground in, pull the belly into the spine, heart's open. Circle sweep 2 more times. Sit back and ground in, good. Last one, circle sweep, sit back into your chair pose. And then we'll release into a forward bend, relaxing the head and the neck, staying grounded here. And then slowly roll on up 1 vertebra at a time, nice and slow. Bringing the hands down next to your hips. And then let's step back into warrior 1 pose. The left leg's gonna step back, right leg is bent forward, hips are squared towards the front edge of your yoga mat, arms reaching up, good. So we're in our warrior 1 pose here, again, square your hips as much as possible. Breathe. And then warrior 2 pose, you're opening up towards that left side of your yoga mat, arms reaching out in opposite direction. Keep the right knee bent. Reverse warrior, right hand up, left hand to the back of the thigh. Good, keep the bend in that front knee. And then let's cartwheel the hands down. We're gonna step forward, meeting into your forward bend, relaxing the head and the neck down. 3 deep breaths. And then slowly roll on up. and then meet into mountain pose. Switching sides, step your right foot back, left foot is forward, warrior one pose on this side. So your arms are up to the sky. So square the hips as much as possible. Get that right hip to move forward a little bit more. Breathe, stay grounded. Open up into warrior two towards the right side of your yoga mat. Keep that left knee bent. Arms are reaching out in opposite direction. And then reverse warrior, left hand up, right hand to the back of the thigh. And then we're going to cartwheel the hands down, step forward, meet at the top edge of your yoga mat. Slowly roll on up, one vertebra at a time, and meeting into mountain pose. Let's go ahead and step back with our left foot, meeting back into warrior one with our right leg bent, arms reaching up. 3 deep breaths here. And then we're going to straighten the front leg. Put your hands on your hips. I want you to try to get your hips to square a little bit more. So adjust your stance if you need that back foot. You can move it forward or out to the side a little bit more to get your hips to square. And then your arms are going to reach out in opposite direction. And then we're going to fold down, bringing the back parallel to our yoga mat. If you want to keep the arms out extended in airplane fashion, you can, or bring them at any time you need to down towards that right leg or down towards the mat. Try to stay with airplane arms if you can for 2 more breaths. And then we're going to fold in, allow the hands to come down to your yoga mat. Relax the head and the neck down. Feel the stretch behind this right leg. Into, this is Parvattanasana pose, pyramid pose. And then from here, we're going to step our left foot forward to meet the right. So you're in a forward bend, relaxing the head and the neck down. Take 3 deep breaths. And then slowly come on up, 1 vertebra at a time, meeting into mountain pose. And then switching sides, we'll step our right foot back so our left knee is bent into warrior one pose. Arms up, warrior one arms, stay grounded, connected here, 3 deep breaths. Airplane the arms, actually bring your hands to your hips, straighten the front leg, get your hips to square as much as possible. And then fold, or I'm sorry, airplane the arms now, and then we're gonna fold in, but bring your back parallel to your yoga mat, extending the arms out in opposite direction for your pyramid pose with airplane arms. Staying long through the spine, focus on your breath. And then allow the hands to fold down towards the block or the ground or the mat or the shin, and breathe into the back of this left leg, feeling that stretch through the back. Two more deep breaths here. And then we'll step forward, meeting at the top edge of our yoga mat into a forward bend. Slowly roll on up, one vertebra at a time, and meeting back into mountain pose. Take a few moments here. If you want to drink some water, check in with your body. And then we'll move into our balancing tree pose. Rooting in with our right foot first. The left toes come to the ankle, shin, or the inner thigh. Arms can come up if you want, or bring them to the heart center. Find a focal point. Generally, it's a 45-degree angle down towards the ground. Arms can come up if you want. Staying balanced, centered. Breathe. Make sure your left foot is either above or lower than your knee line. And then we'll release and connect and stay grounded. Switching sides. Left foot roots in, right toes, tippy toe to the ankle, shin, or the inner thigh. You want to bring your arms up, you can. Focus on a point, gazing, 45-degree angle. Go ahead and gently release. All right, let's go ahead and let's come into a wide or a prayer squat if you can. Your legs can come out wider than the mat, and we're just going to come down as low as we can. If you want to use the block, sitting on the block, you can use the tall side of your block. And just take a moment here to just come into this prayer squat here. And the feet can either stay fully grounded, or you can come to if the heels don't make it to the ground, that's okay. Just try to get your hips to open here. Breathing. Okay, and then let's go ahead and release. And we're going to just step back into a downward facing dog pose, or all fours, your choice. If you're in downward dog, take a few breaths here to just kind of breathe in to the back of the body. And then the right leg is going to lift up, circle the right knee around to get the hip to open, and then we'll bring the right leg forward for pigeon pose. If you want to use the block to place the block underneath the right hip, you can. Take a few moments here to check in and settle into this pigeon pose. Go ahead and come on up to the forearms. I'm sorry, to the palms. Open up through the chest. Come into a little variation of queen or king pigeon, arching the back. And then we'll release back into all fours pose or downward dog, your choice. Take a moment in either all fours or downward dog. And then we're gonna lift our left leg up, circle the left knee, and then bring the left leg forward. Coming down into pigeon pose on this side. And then slowly bring the torso up, bring your palms to the mat, open through the chest, and come into your variation of king or queen pigeon. And then we'll release. And we're going to come into a recline bound angle. So you're going to bring the soles of the feet together and recline back onto our backs. If you want to use the block for your recline bound angle, you can place it underneath the sacrum. Let your hands rest on your belly. Take some deep breaths here. And then bring your knees together. And if you want to bring your legs up towards the ceiling for legs against the imaginary wall pose. You can use your strap if you want. And then lower the feet down. And we'll lift up into bridge pose, lifting the hips, removing the block if you want, or rotating it on its higher side. Or you can not use the block, use your hands, interlacing your hands, pushing forearms into the mat. And then slowly release the hands, slowly come down one vertebra at a time, nice and slow. And then hug your knees in and rock side to side, massaging that low back. Happy baby pose. Work on pulling your knees in towards the rib cage or in towards the armpits. Grab your big toes or the bottoms of the feet and work on feeling the stretch between the inner thighs. Push your whole back into the mat, the lower back as well. And then keep your right leg up. If you want to harness your right leg with the strap for hamstring stretch, the left leg comes down to the mat. The left leg starts off bent. And we're going to pull the right leg in towards the torso, feeling that stretch through the hamstring. Take a breath here. And then straighten the left leg down to the yoga mat. And then grab the strap with your left hand and pull it across for a spinal twist. So the right arm will come out to the side and you're doing a spinal twist. You might hear back cracking. And then come back to the center. And then release and switch legs. Harness the left leg up to the sky, hamstring stretch on this side. Straightening right leg long, down towards the mat. Breathe in, feel that stretch of the hamstring. And then grab the strap with your right hand and pull it across the hip for a spinal twist. And then come back to the center and then release the leg. And we're going to spend the last few minutes in corpse pose. If you want to use the strap to cover your eyes, you can use the strap to cover your eyes. Just allow the whole body to relax into the mat. Eyes are closed. Let's slowly wiggle the fingers. Wiggle your toes. Stretch your arms over your head. Stretch one last time through the body. Roll over to one side. Bring your hands to prayer pose, to the heart center, and take a moment to reflect on your yoga practice. Let's continue to focus on the positive in our lives, counting our blessings. Let go of things that no longer serve you so we can open to grace, open to gratitude and healing. Let's bow as we say namaste. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me for yoga class. Have a great day.